We're ready, Teresa. Teresa,
Hi.
starting.
Ready?
Ready.
Oh, hi. I guess we can start. Should I
Yes.
start?
Yeah, you got to start the meeting. You got to open the meeting.
Okay. So I wanted to welcome everyone, and I apologize for the late start. Um, there's been some changes in our regulations, and I was working on them this morning. Um, I don't know who's on. Are there
Uh,
providers of
there are
preschool
parents.
programs on?
Teresa, there are people. There are at least 9 people. Make that 10. Adding parents and agencies are here. We have one representative
Oh,
official here. Um, be-
hi.
yeah. Before we move on, Teresa, we need to do the housekeeping rules.
Okay, do you want to do that?
That's what I'm going to be planning. Hold on. First of all,
Okay.
good morning, everyone. And I know some of you guys are just coming on right now. Everyone should be on their mute button right now, except the chairperson of this children committee. I'd like to remind everyone who is not on the phones yet, and I will explain to the phone people in just a second. As people are coming on late, I ain't gonna say it must be that Monday, that nice 3-day weekend, but it's all good. Remind everyone, as you know, the meetings have to follow housekeeping rules. If you have a question and it's on your area called your bar, your Mungus bar, you have a microphone, which should be on mute. That has the word mute now. That means you see an X on it. That means it's mute. You have a camera. You also have a panelist button that's called number 11. That you should be clicking on and looking at for the hand raise. That looks like at this picture. Please make sure you raise your hand if you have a question. It is important that if you have a question, we like to hear from you. So please, everyone, you have a question, please raise your hand. You can also use your chat thing, which is wherever the chat is on your side. You can click on it and type it in as well and put in your chat information you like to put in at this time. So please raise your hand if you have a question. Please also remind to keep your microphone on mute so we do not have any interruption. Now for the phone people, to remind you that *6 is to mute or unmute. If you have a question, and I repeat for the phone people who are on, *9 is to raise your hand. *9 is to raise your hand. So please, everyone, we ask you to please keep your, please make sure that on the phone people, *6 is to mute, *6 is to unmute. Same way, *9 is to raise your hand. And your name will be popped up when I see it. So as you see this hand, this is a very important piece because I will see your hand pop up. And I repeat that again, that hand. Okay? Teresa, this is the agenda for today.
Okay. Sorry.
Teresa, you're talking very low. We cannot hear you.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get you back up on my screen.
Okay.
Okay. So I really have to apologize. It's been a little stressful. I received a call last night that my cousin's husband passed, and it's 4 months after my cousin's son passed. So I'm a little bit out of it today, but I do apologize. And I wanted to just for the providers to remind them or let them know to make sure they received an email from HRC Services Center. It's the Board of Ed fingerprinting because all our 4410 and 853 schools have to be re-fingerprinted, and we have to do it between today and the 26th. So it's really difficult because we're going to have to send staff during school time, and that's going to help really interfere with coverage. Also, it's $135 for the re-fingerprinting, so this is a added burden on staff since we've been fingerprinted three
I'm
times
sorry.
already.
Teresa, hold on 1 second. Someone is, I got to we have people putting their microphones on, so give me 1 second.
Okay.
Guys, I need to remind everyone, the chairperson is speaking at this time. We need you please to keep the microphones on mute. Please do not touch any mute buttons at this time. Thank you. Please continue.
Yeah, so it's 65 Court Street, and it's not too difficult, but it's a process. So you're going to get an invitation for the fingerprinting, and I just did it before I came on, and then you get another email and you have to fill out a form. Then you get another email and you have to choose a date, and then you have to fill out a health form. So right now, each of the schools is going to have to choose a coordinator and try to schedule their staff. I have 72 staff that have to be fingerprinted in 2 days. I'll call her back. And so that's one of the issues that's happening. On a more positive note, the restrictions have changed in the number of the spatial distance between children. So instead of 6 feet, it's 3 feet. So we're able to have more children in school. Although staff still have to be 6 feet away from the children, but children are allowed to be 3 feet apart, no more barriers. The only difference is now we have to take temperature of every child coming into the building. I know the school age programs were doing that, but preschool didn't have to do that before this week. And I also have two announcements. There's it's on Chris told me it's on the website, the YAI workshop on autism on the 28th.
Sorry, Teresa, 1 second. I have that. Sorry, your microphone went on. You went on mute. I have it right here. Let me change screens before you do that.
Okay.
Because the bottom line is, yes, I do have that attachment here for YAI because they're doing their New York City Autistic Conference here. So I'm just
right on their annual autism conference.
They're not calling it annual, they're just calling it conference. And I know there's another conference coming up too, and I know Sandy's here as well, but we will save that. But this is one of them that a lot of people have been asking about this for the last 24, I'm going to say 36 hours already. So
and it's free conference, so
yes, it's still free. And I did speak to Matthew, because Matthew right now, the only thing is if you're a CEO credit register, it does have the information that some people still education up to certain things, but this is more free for the families. It says it right here.
Yeah, if you need the credits, it's the $75. But if you want to, even professionals can register free, just not getting credits.
Yeah. So, and that, if anyone has a complaint about that you need to call YAI yourself, because you don't have any say on that. I can understand what they're doing also on that. But that's just one of the things that you guys asked. Now, Teresa, we do need to bring up another thing that was brought up to our attention today.
What was that?
The coronavirus change. There's some updated vaccines.
Okay, I just want to do the conferences first, and then you can bring up the.
No, just want to
remind
you.
So then also, the Interagency Council, and I'll send Chris the flyer, and
I
it
have
will
the
be on the
flyer,
website.
Teresa.
They're having a Corona-19 outcomes among people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Actually, it's tomorrow, but I just got the information yesterday, and it's at 10 o'clock. $35 for non-members, 25 for members. And then the Children's Committee with Brooklyn Public Library on May 19th between 4 and 5, we're going to have Calm Families, Calm Kids, a Zoom program. And, sorry. And I'll give Chris that flyer for that information.
If it's regarding tomorrow's event, that event is already, they already closed their RSVP.
Oh, okay.
We can't just, that information has been sent out.
Okay, I got it late, so it was actually in my
Yeah.
junk mail, and I didn't
Chris,
see it.
yeah, Chris Trieber sent it to me already, and it's already been, he just told me, by Friday, it's officially, RSVP was closed. But regarding walk-ins, that information, they're not doing a lot of walk-ins because remember, it's coronavirus. We need to be very careful.
Okay, and the last item is there's a parent group called oh, they changed their name. Investing in Me is Believing in Me, and that group started with IAC's assistance, and it's a lot of mothers from preschool, children in preschools, 4410s, and in school age 853 schools. A lot of the parents on this committee are children, their children attend the heart share programs, but there's also from other programs, and they're trying to get more parents involved. And they're going to have a town hall meeting on the 15th at 7 o'clock. And I'm also sending Chris that flyer. And I'll put in the chat the registration website. And that was everything I have, Chris. Do you wanted to talk about the corona update?
One thing we need to talk about it, because this is something that a lot of agencies have, not you guys, but this is something can wait till tomorrow, but it can wait till today as well. Just so everyone know that there was a mix-up on, and I'm going to fix adjusting a little bit of the screen because I have to make sure I can see this too. Just so everyone know, a new thing just came out with Jonathan Nowak, and he's going to be joining with us tomorrow on the Advisory Council Outreach Update with Lucy Amazy. They're going to be there are some other updates regarding the vaccine, scheduling it, not just at home right now, but other locations for accessibility, because there have been complaints from the age of now going from early to all the way up to at least age 64 before they become a senior, which you all know 60 is really when you become a senior. It's different states. But this information is available also on our website, on the Advisory Council website. So if everyone, please read this carefully. If I don't have to read this all day, because I'll be here until next year. This is one very important notice that needs to be shared as well. And I know everyone is writing on the chat as well on this. So we want to make this very clear to everyone on this. The other thing is now speaking in-home thing, and I know I sent this out to a lot of people. We also did have to talk about the coronavirus providing in-home thing. This is not just for seniors, it's also people with disabilities, because 90% of our disability population cannot stand online. Doesn't matter if they have an appointment. Doesn't matter if they have a walk-in. The bottom line is you can click on this or visit the website or go to Mayor's Office with Disabilities and make sure that you all are in this, you can get them registered. Yes, it may take a little time because right now, yes, our elected officials are working on this because yes, a lot of people cannot stand so long, and I can understand for the seniors and people with disabilities. And they're doing the Johnson and Johnson. They will come to your house. You do not have to pay. It is free in charge. So this is making this clear. This is not just for seniors. It's also for people with disabilities. Jonathan Nowak will be explaining more about this tomorrow. There might be some more surprises tomorrow. He will be speaking for at least 5 to 10 minutes tomorrow to remind everyone. And we do need to remind everyone, this is since they're starting now, now they're shrinking the ages down to the youngest children. Please make sure that every family person and a child is getting the right information and understands that the Johnson and Johnson or any vaccine they take, please make sure they see their medical doctor or their pediatrician doctor to make sure that everything is 100% because we don't want to have to hear any vaccine problems. Make sure they're also eating things, stay healthy, stay strong, and the very important thing is keep positive on this. And I know a lot of people are coming on or making a lot of tapping noises right now. And I got to remind everyone, please mute. The main point thing is there've been going a lot of confusion around, and I want to thank to a lot of representative elected officials who are in today on this because we want to make it very clear that systems are very important to getting all the information. And let me remind you, I will explain more about my information in a little bit as well. So therefore, everyone can get, any of the information they need, and I will have more updates available later on. But before we do this, is just to remind everyone, there are vaccine locations, they are increasing. I know there are times it is not easy to get an appointment. I know it's not easy to get the vaccine, but remind everyone, do not rush. Let's take the time and let's make sure that your doctor know which vaccine is safe for that person. And we do have that information on our website of the ingredients. Thanks to the Mayor's Office with Disability. Carrie can vouch with me because she was there when I mentioned this at the MOPAD meeting. So it is very important that please everyone, please check our website when it has all the news updates. We will always update you as soon as possible on any vaccines for people with disabilities and anyone. It's just not just for disability or seniors, it's for anyone who needs this information. Also remember, not every disability can be shown. It's a lot of hidden disabilities out there. And let me tell you, we need to work together to make sure it's safe and healthy. We don't want anyone going back to the hospital. But I really strongly to please check with your medical or your pediatrician doctors and make sure if they're not taking the vaccine yet, please make sure you visit your coronavirus sites where you can do the testing. It's very important that you can do the testing. They're not doing anymore the one that goes all the way up your nose. They're doing around the rubbing in the nose area, and they can still do the blood. Make sure you do that. It doesn't have to be every week. It can be a monthly to 2. It is your choice to make. So does anyone have any questions? Teresa?
Yeah, I'm thinking that this might be put on hold because I heard coming into work that they're holding off on the Johnson and Johnson
No.
vaccination.
No, they're not. That's well. The one thing is it's not in right now. No, there was another vaccine. You see, the problem was that I did ask the news. I did check the news as well. I always watch the news, and I know Ms. Greif, who's been checking this out too. Other states, as I was correct, because I just got a little notice from Ms. Greif on the phone. When I grabbed my phone, it says New York has not. It will still continue the Johnson and Johnson. It is on the other states because they're investigating something. That's why I mentioned the word, please see your doctor or your pediatrician before you take the vaccine. The problem is you got to listen to the news very carefully, because sometimes we just got word that the other day some news stations have to they have to refix what they're saying. So we really got to be careful, because the last few months they mix up an MTA issue regarding a school issue that did not happen. So we really got to be very careful on news stations on that.
Okay.
What's the second question you have?
Chris,
Yes?
this is Carrie. I just want to clarify that it's some states, but the states are doing it because the federal government has put a pause on the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. So, and they have encouraged the states to do so. So some of the states have done it.
That's what I said.
Yeah, now I understand New York hasn't. But for example, they won't be giving it out at the federal sites like Javits Center.
Javits Center is still actually as of right now, and I can check with you guys, because just to let you guys know, because the Javits Center is part state, part federal, but I think they're gonna hold back on rescheduling appointments. So that's a question mark, because we want to be very careful on that. But Ms. Gripe has the information. What you were saying, Ms.
The
Gripe?
information right now is
Yeah.
that if you don't have an appointment, it will take a little longer.
Yeah.
They are checking the status of the Johnson & Johnson, plus also certain people have had other reactions to the Moderna, because there were blood clots formed for people in Europe. So right now, they are checking all of the vaccine storage, but also they will reschedule. But the issue, what we're trying to bring up, is that the news media made a very big error, and Moped is trying to fix this. It's not just seniors who can get a home visit. It's also persons with disability of any age above 16. The other thing is, though, there's a major waiting list for that. By that time, then they will have fixed the mess that happened with the possible contamination of some of the vaccines. So that is what Mr. Grife has been saying. And as usual, the press never brings up that persons with disabilities can also get it at home. So that's what we're trying to clarify. But tomorrow, Mr. Jonathan Nowak from Moped will be on the Advisory Council's outreach, and will explain how persons with disabilities of whatever age can get the vaccine either at home or where's the appropriate site for them to go. So right now, everything is in a state of flux. There are a lot of questions because they have to check. And also certain people who were supposed to get the vaccines, they didn't store them all correctly. So that's another problem too.
And just
But we'll let Mr. Nowak tomorrow explain to everyone.
just to let everyone know, this is what they corrected on the news, just came in now. The person that took the Johnson & Johnson, and yes, he was from Brooklyn, just came out today, he did not take a coronavirus testing. And technically, before you do any vaccine first, you need to be checked by testing first. That's why I say monthly. If you know you're doing the vaccine, like an example, someone we know did take took the corona test, then they said it was negative, took the vaccine, and that person was fine. But it depends on the person's immune system, and it depends. This is what they're saying to us. But they're also reminding people, before you take a vaccine, please see your doctor. That's one. Two, the doctor will say to you, please take a coronavirus testing before you do the vaccine to make sure you do not have coronavirus. Every information we're saying today is important to everyone. But the confusion is also to remind people, you can still do the coronavirus vaccine in home for seniors and people with disabilities. And Carrie, you were with me at the Moped meeting when Jonathan Nowak said it. And he did send me this information as well. Anyone else have a question on this? Teresa, anything you need to add?
Nothing to add. No, I'm searching through my emails to see if there's any new information. But
No, I do have the other information regarding the 21st, but I will wait because this is. But I just want to check, does any agency have a question? Just to remind everyone, there was a question the other day. Somebody asked me, and I think it was one of the agencies who was here today. There are free transportation still available, and I know that Dolores Kahn also mentioned something also, but there was also free transportation is available on the website. It doesn't have to be assessed. If you have Accessori, please use Accessori, but make sure you give yourself additional time. They will make sure that you are they do have set up areas where the Accessori will drop you off and pick you back up. But regarding the free transportation, they will take you to that site location and make sure it's matching to your appointment and make sure that you are done on schedule. And I'll say this, let's pray on that one. On that. They have been adding a lot of new stuff, so we get a new stuff almost every week or every month. Anyone else have any questions on this? I see a lot of people putting on. And I know, Carrie, you mentioned, I know somebody put in Wednesday, April 20. Oh, Carrie's on now. We got a lot of events coming up for April 28th. So all I can say is, wow.
Well, I
No.
how to split myself.
Yeah, I got to split. But anyway, anyone else have any questions on this? Okay. Teresa, you want to go? I know you did your chairperson's report. Do you want to move on to the other business? The next month's meeting?
Yeah. Yes, sorry.
I have it on the screen, but I don't have the person's name.
Fingerprint for appointments as.
Okay, Teresa, I have the next meeting date on here, so I'm waiting for you.
Okay, yeah, can you put up the agenda, please?
Sure. Let me just I have to go reverse backwards, so give me a second. Here we go. Go ahead, Therese.
Oh, I don't see the agenda.
It's there.
It is?
Carrie, can you see it?
Sorry, I don't have it. I have the YAI on my screen.
I don't
I
see.
don't see it either.
Okay, guys, give me a second then. I have to refix the screen because I think I got mixed up. Hold on.
No worries.
Okay, that's.
Okay.
Can you see that now?
Yes. Okay, so,
You just did your chairperson's report because you started on top instead of the bottom.
yeah, I know, I did it backwards.
Yeah.
You were I was trying to get my stuff in case I had to get off. Unless people have announcements, does anyone have?
Well, first, before we do announcements, Teresa, you want to discuss your next meeting date? It's on your agenda. You did ask me that yesterday. Put that up for next meeting date. You have a speaker for next month.
Yeah, sorry. I can't quiet my phone. Our next meeting date is the 2nd. I'm sorry. Like I said at the beginning of the meeting, my cousin passed away last night, so I'm a little
Here
distracted.
we go,
between
Teresa. I'll help you out.
work.
Yeah, let me,
So the next meeting date is the second Tuesday in May,
which is May
which
11th.
the 11th. And we're looking at a possible speaker that will discuss different programs that can come to the schools regarding animals, farming, nutrition, gardening. I don't want to say the name in case we don't get that speaker and I have to find somebody else, but Chris is helping me with a program in Suffolk County.
Well, it's also related to a lot of the agencies have gone there, and as well as HRC actually goes there as well. But we will let everyone know when that comes up on that.
Yeah, I have to guess that schools cannot travel outside of the city.
No,
So
but they
that's
can
why I
actually, but they can do a presentation on. We can discuss that later, Teresa, on that. Let me just get back onto the agenda. So that is the next meeting date. But I'll do a quick.
Chris,
Yes.
this is Carrie. Before we move on from the next meeting, I just want to remind people that our workshop that we had talked about doing is coming up in May.
Yes.
And we do have a confirmed speaker on that, and this is on parental mental health. We're calling it Calm Families, Calm Children. And I'm sorry, I didn't realize this was going to come up so quickly. I'm just double checking the date.
Oh, I just said the date.
For the workshop is May 19th. It'll be on Zoom, and I'll paste the description into the chat. The person who's speaking is Nicolette Lewis from the psychiatry department at Woodhull Medical Center. She works in that community, and I'm really excited about the workshop. She's going to be talking about, we didn't want to call it parental mental health because we knew nobody would come. So we're going with Calm Families, Calm Children, and trying to put it in a systems. Her approach is a systems approach anyway, but putting the question of parental mental health within that systems approach. And she'll be providing resources and information and as well as things to look out for. So that's coming up again on May 19th, 4 to 5. And that is something that we had started the planning for this as a committee. So I just want to remind everybody about it.
Thank you, Carrie, because that's the thing I was just going to ask Teresa on that, but I'm glad you came in with that, because I just need to know when is the conference? So we definitely know that. But let me also add in what Carrie, because then I can, excuse me. Let me just add with Carrie mentioning also that it's also coming up as well, and I'm going to pop this in. Next week, Carrie, you with me? Second? Next week, which is the 21st, the Brooklyn DD Council with the Brooklyn Transition/Adult Service Provider will be doing a meet and greet, which is next week on April 21st from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. It will be live on Zoom. You can get on by phone or by the meeting code. Please also, if you have someone who needs translation, please RSVP. Make sure they RSVP, so therefore we can get an English, Spanish, and Mandarin translation to be there at this time. Please email them at the bkddcouncil@gmail.com for any questions or translation quest on that. And as I said before, this has been sent out on email many times. So we ask everyone to please make sure that you attend. Also, April 28th is our next joint meeting.
Just about that, Mandarin and
I didn't write this, so I'm just letting you know.
yeah, Spanish and Mandarin will both be provided. You don't need to request those. If you have another language that someone needs, they need to request that language. So
Agreed.
Spanish and Mandarin will automatically be provided. on a,
I
it'll go at the same time as the rest of the conference on a separate channel.
agree. I'm just reading what they sent me. I just copy and paste it.
Gary, he's reading the flyer.
Carrie, I'm just reading what it's saying under here.
I know.
I apologize. I'm having a little mic. I'm just reading what it says under here. So I appreciate you adding that information. So
Yeah.
therefore, we can remind them that please, with the translation, I will just put in next time transition. But you know, I don't make these. I didn't make this flyer. So for the record, I just want to get move on so we can get to the announcements. And I know you, Carrie, you have a very big announcement. So. Just want to remind everyone, April 28th is the next joint meeting. That will be again on Ring Central. We did update the code a little bit because some people we didn't have a hacker. We had someone was messing up with the code, so I fixed the code up, and it's been updated on here on Ring Central. So there are some new features on Ring Central. Well, it's been running pretty well, so we will make sure we have more up-to-date information that's coming up in April 28th, which is the 4th Wednesday. Also remind everyone, because April 22nd is Earth Day, MTA is doing Mass Force, and they have added additional hours. They also added now a 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. So now instead of being 4 tours, now there are 5 tours. There's a 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Then 8 a.m. to 10:15 a.m. So there are different tours. You can choose between the 2 hours and 30 minutes and just help give out washable face masks in any of those zone areas. And they do let you go on the trains, the buses, to help out, give out the mask. If you want to stay in the station, that is your choice. That will be, depends where your that zone mask force zone office is located. If it's Atlantic, it will be in Atlantic. If it's Coney Island, it will be in Coney Island. Broadway Junction, it will be there. They have added Metro North locations. Long Island Railroad is going to be doing a different day. Once I have that, I will let everyone know. Reminding everyone on the advisory council, just to remind everyone, and I mentioned this earlier, please make sure you get, as Carrie, you send me information. I know other agencies sends me information. I do put this up on our new news update, and I do put it on our events page. So we ask everyone to please check out the events page and check out the information on the updates and the DD parts, because DD councils do have stuff. They do have the schedule of the DD council meetings. Remember, note they can change or can be canceled, or they're changing, but we will, they will let us know. We also been updating a lot of new stuff in there, and please make sure you join into that website, as well as if you have an agency openings, please let me know on that as well. So therefore, the information is there. Then I can put it up. I always ask for please send it to me by Friday the latest, so I can put it up during the weekend. And by Monday, it's fully updated in. So I can copy and paste it. If it's a PDF, I will then put it in as a PDF link so people can click on it and get on faster as well. So on any other note, does anyone have any questions on my end? Okay.
Chris, I have a question really quick.
Go ahead.
What's the email that you would like for us to send you the information for any openings that the agency has?
The opening is the bfssac@yahoo.com.
Okay.
Which is actually on the screen right now.
Oh, is it? I didn't see. Okay, thanks.
Not a problem. Anyone else have any questions? Teresa, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Sorry, our phones went down. I feel like this is a year of like a black cloud. So I missed everything you said because I was trying to get our phones back.
It's okay.
Um,
Everything is fine. I think Karen and I will agree. Everything's under control.
Yeah, I saw that you were doing that. Our internet was down, our Wi-Fi was down, and they're here fixing the Wi-Fi, and they shut off our phones.
Teresa, we're up to announcements. I can show you the information after, and then you can. And I
Yeah,
can update you.
I saw some of it,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
okay. So, do any of the agencies have announcements?
Well, I know definitely a young lady named Carrie Banks has an announcement. I know she'll kill me later. But if you guys have any announcements, this will be a good time to please mention your announcements. Give me one. Okay. Dolores, give me a second because I know Carrie's trying to get on.
I can't wait until we can meet in person.
Yeah. Dolores? I mean, Carrie, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, Chris, I'm not sure which announcement you meant. I've got lots of announcements.
That's what I said. Announcements with an S.
So the one that I'm really most excited about is also on the 28th, but it's in the afternoon. Morenike Jiwa Anewu is going to be, she has a new book. It's called Sincerely Your Autistic Child. It's written from the point of view of adults with autism writing to their parents and what they want their parents, would have wanted their parents to know. Morenike plays a unique role in the autism community nationally, bringing forth the voices of underrepresented autistic people, particularly those of color, those whose first language is not English, and from the LGBTQ community. So this is a unique book. She is a powerful, powerful speaker, and I recommend this highly to any parent of a child with autism. So I would appreciate it if you could help me get the word out about this. We're very lucky to have this event. Of course, it's free. All library programs are free. I hope you come. I put some other things in the chat. We have our regular gardening program, which we're going to be expanding in the coming months. We have our Music for Autism concerts are still every 2 Saturdays a month at 2 o'clock, and those are going really well. We've had a string of Broadway performers doing those concerts, and it's been a lot of fun. And then finally, I guess I'm most excited about Morenike, but what I'm second most excited about is that libraries throughout the three library systems throughout the 5 boroughs will soon be moving to stage 4, opening at stage 4, provided that things remain the same. And that means probably within the next month, but I'm not guaranteeing that. You'll actually be able to go into a library and walk around and browse the collection and do more things. We still will not have computer access yet, but you'll be able to walk into libraries and browse. And we'll hopefully also soon be starting some outdoor socially distanced programming. So look for those 2 things at your local libraries in the not too distant future. So those are my announcements. Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, there was a question, Carrie, that person couldn't stay too long. The question is they heard about you. I'm glad you mentioned about the library. The question is if you do a lot of the outside library, are you going to also have tents because when it gets hotter?
At some locations, we hope to have tents for outdoor programming. We won't be doing outdoor programming at all locations. So yeah, so that will vary from location to location. If that's a concern, please do call in advance to confirm. Thank you, Sandy, but it's not great news yet. This is just potentially great news. Every time we've gotten to this stage, something's happened. So, and given this past year, I'm not promising anything.
Exactly.
This is our plan. This is where we hope to be in a month.
Agreed.
We're not going to open everything at once. It'll be phased, different branches at different times. We'll pilot it and then expand it.
Definitely. And Carrie, there was.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Teresa.
No, I was going to say there was someone else that had something, but go ahead. Keep going.
Go ahead.
Okay. Try Tri-County Care has an announcement.
Yeah, we know there are two other people ahead of her.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
don't have the other names, just
Yeah, I have the hands have been raised if you go on the panel area. But Carrie, there was a second question that came up also. They seen that lately they've been getting their books at some libraries, because I'll use Homecrest for example. It's not far from here.
Mhm.
That when in they can come in, return their book, but then they could just leave. Those are still open.
I'm sorry? That will still continue, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not cutting back any services. We're just looking to expand them.
Yeah.
So yes,
And in the future, Carrie, you will be working with, when those computers do come back on, you guys will be a big help with the Omni and the family. So
I know. We're really, this is something that's been very difficult for us not to have computers available.
Yeah.
We've, as you all know, we've done a real push on making Wi-Fi more available outside our branches. Soon we're going to be having some mobile libraries, some bookmobiles on the road with Wi-Fi access. So we're looking forward to that too. And actually our Kidsmobile, we're hoping to get that on the road sooner, that won't have the Wi-Fi access. So if you know a group home maybe for children where we could do a socially distanced visit, we have some grab and go things, some craft kits that they could take with them, and borrow books. In carts outside of the bookmobile. We're not bringing anybody on, but it would all be socially distanced. So if anybody's interested in anything like that for a respite program, for a group home for children, and schools soon, but not quite yet, do let me know. I'll put my email in chat. And of course, Chris always knows how to get in touch with me.
yes, I do. And and I know how to use the bat signal too.
Yeah. Though I think
Carrie, you just mute yourself. I didn't do it.
sorry, I did that so I could type my email into chat. Anyway,
Not a
thank
problem.
you all.
No problem. We'll see in a sec. We'll see in a few. Dolores Kahn, you're next, followed by Sandy, then Jessica Williams. Dolores Kahn, there you
Yeah,
go.
no, you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear.
Good morning, everyone. Teresa, I agree with you. I can't wait till we're together at meetings. I had enough of this Zoom.
We're not on
No,
Zoom.
I'm too
Every
old.
Central, sorry. I hope we will be together soon, that it'll be something that we will have down the road, and it'll be coming soon. I have just this, what happened here? Oh.
Papers
Sorry.
in the face.
I just have, I just want to concur what Chris mentioned, is that New York State Institute on Disability does offer transportation for individuals in the Bronx, Brooklyn, and Staten Island for the purpose of medical appointments or recreation activities. We do have transportation available in Queens for recreation activities. This is up to 4 trips per fiscal year, and all car service follows CDC guidelines for COVID protection. Thank you. Just wanted to reiterate that.
Any questions for Dolores Kahn? Because I know every time we have her or someone, everybody has those dying questions for her. Well, if you do, you can chat with her. You can always chat with her. She's famous, just like Carrie. And you guys can kill me later. Sandy Naper.
Morning, everybody.
Morning, Sandy.
I have 2 announcements. We're having some great webinars coming up. This is Sandy from Adapt Community Network. We're having something tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. It's called Turning Words into Pictures, Effective Tips on How to Use Visuals to Support Children with Learning Differences. We're having Nadine Marr present. She's a BCBA, and she's got her degree at Teachers College, Columbia University. And you're going to learn visual strategies to make your home more predictable And you're also going to learn how to make visual tools to implement the strategies. And that's tomorrow at 2:30. Now, the next one we're having is a week from then. It's the 21st of April. It's at 10 a.m. and it's called Sensory Smart Strategies for Real Life Challenges. Lindsay Beal, the noted occupational therapist and author, she's going to be presenting, and you're going to learn.
Sandy, sorry, somebody, it was an interruption in your mute button. You need to unmute. Sandy, you need to unmute again. Oh, there you go. You're working now.
Okay, where did you lose me?
No, I didn't lose you. Somehow it went on mute. Unless something was tapped. Something was tapped. I don't know. I didn't touch it.
Anyway, I think I was in the beginning. I was talking about our second upcoming webinar.
Correct. Correct. Even Carrie seconded my motion.
Okay, can I go on? Yes. It's going to be on April 21st. It's called Sensory Smart Strategies for Real Life Challenges. And parents will be able to learn how to manage their children's sensitivity to noise, touch, and taste, and smell, and avoid overstimulation and sensory overload. And all our webinars, we offer Spanish and Chinese interpretation. And you can get the Zoom link to register by calling 718-436-7979, extension 704, or email familyconnect@adaptcommunitynetwork.org. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sandy. Does anyone have any questions for Sandy Naper? Okay. Another young lady, Jessica Williams from Tri-County. And this time I can see her.
Good morning, everyone. It's still morning. Yes. Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody is doing well and staying safe in these times. Tri-County, I am an intake and outreach specialist at Tri-County Care. And I want to give a few basic announcements and let you know how you can get in contact with me so we can collaborate for anyone who is in need of assistance through the enrollment process for eligibility and also getting their care manager assigned to them at Tri-County Care. So we have a large team of intake specialists here at Tri-County Care who are very knowledgeable on how to help families through the process. We are providing care management services. We get you through the enrollment process, and then we provide you a care manager. And this is for anyone who has developmental disability from the age of 1, even as early as the age of 1, at any age after that. So it's for children and adult services. You can please contact me. My extension is 9298, and the phone number is 844-504-8400. All of my information has been put into the chat, and I've also emailed not everyone. I have also emailed you as well to let you know about the information I have. I provided some flyers and basic information to Mr. Grief, and it's so okay, Mr. Greif, and you mistake my name too, so it's 1 for 1.
One difference. I do have voice spelling issues.
Sorry about that. No problem. So it's Williamston is my last name, Jessica Williamston. And I'm here to let you know about our enrollment efforts, and we're looking forward to having anyone who is in need of services, anyone who is in need of help, just give us a call. We do have a customer service number. You can reach me directly with my extension that I just gave you. We help families through eligibility, making sure that they have level of care, Medicaid waiver, and then we assign the care manager. And we also have been heavily relying on advocacy for campaigning for anyone who is in need of getting COVID vaccines. We are hosting, for anyone who has enrolled with us and has a care manager with us, we have been hosting COVID vaccination sessions. And Tri-County Care is continuing to filter reminders to families to inform them of COVID vaccine sites. And now individuals over the age of 50 are qualifying for priority COVID vaccines, and also individuals with developmental disabilities, and also workers who take care of those who have developmental disabilities are able to get their vaccinations. And this is our efforts to make sure that we're all staying on top of the current times and making sure we're staying safe. And again, looking forward to helping anyone who has questions about the enrollment process, who needs help getting someone referred to me, refer them over to me, and we'll help them through the eligibility and getting them care management. Thank you so much for your time. My name is Jessica Williamson, and I hope to see you and speak with you again. You guys have a great day.
Well, I'm glad to say you said the word see, because now I can see you face to face on the screen, not with a person's name on it. Hey, gotta get it in. And speaking of young ladies, Senator Roxanne Prasad's representative, and I just had her, did you have any announcements you'd like to add? Because you had a lot of things that might help.
Good morning, everyone.
Oh, I didn't touch that.
Sorry.
Okay.
My name is Eileen Grant, and I work with Senator Roxanne Prasad in District 19. And yes, we do have an event going on for the rest every Friday for the next 4 weeks. We're collecting electronics, everything but appliances. So you can bring them to our district office, which is located at 1222 East 96th Street between Flatlands Avenue and Avenue J. I will put the office address in the chat again. And we're also offering the Pfizer vaccine at Brookdale Hospital. All you have to do is call us and we would add you to the list. There's no appointment requirement. And it's for this Thursday, April 15th at 11:30, once again at Brookdale Hospital. And thank you so much for having me. That's all.
No problem. And you know, Senator Prasad and any elected official are always welcome, because this will give them a good opportunity to meet the famous people here today. If I say famous, we'll be here till next year. Regino Barron, I know you're there. You had a quick announcement to make, because I know the next person will be Nicole Lopez. Unless he pulled out. Okay. Yes, he did. All right, because he had to run to another meeting. As you guys know, Reggie Barron was here today. He's just, trying to get some meetings and catch up. He just reminding everyone to please check the link that's on the chat regarding the where the vehicles are. If your MetroCard is damaged, you can go to those vehicles or make an appointment at Stone Street in Lower Manhattan. There's no information at this time regarding the Omni yet. It will be coming up in the summer. Once I have that information, I will share to everyone, and that's including the elected officials, because we need to set up a big town hall meeting for all agencies, and that's triple for Carrie Banks, because triples for library, and elected officials as well, and the CCOs, because transferring from a half-year card to the Omni card, it's going to be a drop easy, but people got to learn how to use it, and I will discuss that tomorrow. So Nicole Lopez from Metro DDRO, you want to say hello, announcement? You're on mute.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Nicole Lopez. I am the functional supervisor for local school transition coordinators in Region 4. And I'm thankful that you guys have me here today. The local school transition, we have about 5 local school transition coordinators throughout the boroughs who work with their local schools to assist students to transition into adult day services. So they will work alongside the school coordinators to assist the student and the family members to navigate through the front door for service authorization, so that they can obtain the services they need when they transition. So I just want to thank you guys. I did add my contact information into the chat. I know Sam Young has joined us. I'm not sure if he's still on, but he is the transitional coordinator that's working with the schools in Brooklyn. And he is new to the position, and he's picked up and he's running with assisting our students, and we appreciate him very much. So like I said, our transitional coordinators work alongside the school to, assist to obtain the names of our students so that we're not missing out any students. We, encourage our families to participate in our front door information sessions, which can be found on our OPWDD website. We have schedules for those sessions, and we encourage everyone to log into our website and register for a session. And during those sessions, families will learn how to navigate the front door, the services that they need, how to become eligible for services. So I just want to thank you guys for having me here. And if you need to contact me, my contact information is in the chat. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nicole. Carrie, 1 second. Nicole, I wanted to, before you say, I just want to thank Nicole, but it's also good to see you face to face, because I just wanted to thank you for coming in today. Yes, the new Transition Coordinator is new, and due to the fact we had to change the agenda today, Teresa knows about this, but we do have to change the agenda because of other things, and I'm not going to explain this because we'll be here till tomorrow. But I do want to thank Nicole Lopez. Carrie has a question for you, Nicole.
I don't have a question, Nicole. I just wanted to remind you about the transition fair that the transition committee is doing next week, and to ask you to please ask the families that you work with to get the word out to them, to the people that you're working with in the schools, but also to the families that you're working with, because this is going to be a key place. Since we don't have the larger fair this year, this is going to be a key place for people to find out about what's available when they leave school.
If there is an invite, can you forward that invite to me as well, please?
I can do that to you once the meeting is finished. It was sent out to all the 90 schools that I had on the list from the former Liz Leahy that had all the school lists. I have already sent it out, but I will send it to you, and I will send it to the Brooklyn Transition, so both of you guys have that information.
Okay, thank you so much.
But just to add, as I want to pick on with Carrie and combine our brains, just to let you know, on Brooklyn, we do have all that information linked into our website, which I did mention earlier in the announcement, my report on the vice chair report. It is available. It will, get even your front door, because Lucy Amazing and I work very closely to make sure that every family gets the front door information, who to speak to in the DDRO. And in that page, the 3 CCOs are also there. And in other pages, there's the library, there's other information that is there. But I do want to thank the combined effort, because next week is a very important event. It's trying to make sure all our children are graduating and getting the necessary service. And especially they need to know both councils in the New York City, so we can keep advocating for the future. And that's where a former advocate always said. But again,
information.
And that, I just want to, say that, of course, last year's graduates are also welcome. Many of those still don't have placements, so it's a great place for them to come and find them and their families to come and find out. And now I will quit piggybacking on your.
No, it's called double team. That's the way we do it, Carrie. That's the way we're supposed to do it. Double team. That's the teamwork. That's the way we do it here in Brooklyn. That's why we call ourselves New York Tough. Okay, let me see. And I see Nick is coming back to us. I'm guessing people are having Wi-Fi issues today, which is not me. Get him in just a minute. I know I saw. Just to let everyone know, you have not seen, because somebody asked me this question, no one has seen YAI because, as I said, they're getting ready to do their conference. But I repeat, all agencies that even put in their announcements today, I will be putting your attachment, any updates. If it's the same announcement, I don't need to add it in. But it is on the service opening on the website, so it does have all the agency openings, including if any of your families are looking for need psychological testing, we do have that information. It is also available on our website. It does keep everyone up to date. So I'm making that clear for the record and recording as well. Nick from PHP, I saw you and now I see you're back. You have anything you want to add? You can unmute yourself.
Hello, good morning. Sorry, my internet had cut out. I had to leave and come back. No, nothing new to add. You know, we're still enrolling people into Partners Health Plan, and if anyone wants to find out a little bit more about what we have to offer, right now we're still only for people with Medicare and Medicaid. I do not know yet when the Medicaid only line is coming out. That'll happen in the future, but there's no news upon that at this point in time. But I can put my info in the chat if anyone wants to contact me.
And Nick, it's always good to see you coming in. Please send regards to Anna. And tell her don't be a stranger to come on once in a blue moon.
All right, will do.
Thank you, Nick. Teresa, are you with us? Because I don't know where you are, Teresa. Oh, there you are. I got you. You're on.
Hi, still with you.
Yes, I know. I still have. I unmute you, so it makes it easy. So we don't have any background.
I have nothing else if there are no other announcements.
So
I am going to send you the information for the parent group, and you can put that up on the website.
Not a problem. As I said before, if you send it to me, and I'll say this 100 million times, but it's got to go into everyone's memories because it's. If you want to put it up, please let me know by. You have until this Friday, then so I can get it ready for next. So it's easy on the weekends because the weekends the pressure level on the website goes down. Because if I look at it right now, there's over 15,175 people on the website right now, and I'm not joking. I have a chart for that reason. And you don't want to change anything when people on the website might blow up their fuse. And I think everybody will agree with me on that one. So, since no one else has an announcement, Teresa, do you have anything else, or Carrie?
Nothing else.
Okay. I hope to see everyone tomorrow, as Jonathan Nowak is going to be joining with me, giving up a more update. And as I said to Jonathan just now on the email, to add to Carrie's question, the Javits Center is still letting the Johnson & Johnson in, but it has to be proved by if they took the coronavirus testing. But there is a mix-up communication. Don't even get confused. All I'm going to say is to you guys is Jonathan will have that information tomorrow, and we'll get a final complete, because as I said before, we don't want to hear so much confusion. And I'm not saying anyone's wrong or right, but in other states, people got to be, be careful. Teresa?
Oh, I do have one more thing.
Go ahead.
I want to wish Debbie a happy belated birthday. Her birthday was yesterday, so happy birthday.
Yes, and and have to say also, it's also her 43rd anniversary being an advocate too.
Oh, well, happy anniversary.
Yeah. I will let her know, because right now she's not in the room. Well, she was in the room, but she's between phone conference because of the budget right now. As you know, we did pass some of the budget, but right now we do need to remind everyone there are 2 new things that came out. One thing we need to remind everyone, please see your elected officials. And I will say, well, actually, Roxanne Fasad is one of them, so I can say this in a nice way. Thank you, Roxanne Fasad. The budget's good, but early intervention in childhood still needs to be helped very, very much. And I know everyone is shaking their head. They can say, thank you, Chris. I'm just kidding.
There was a letter sent by IAC
Yes, I know.
signed by all the organizations.
Yes.
So,
Teresa, we're on the same page. Yeah, there was a letter that went out. It's supposed to be sent out to all elected officials. But at this time also, parents and agencies, please remind your families who are in this room or who's here, please see your state officials and let them know we need that early childhood and early intervention to stay on as strong. Just to make sure, because, we want to make sure the budget is up, because we want the future to go on. Because I'm not going to be here all these in the future. I need to have someone to wear my shoes, size 14 on that. So you got to have a little sense of, hey, I got to say size shoes.
Actually, I almost forgot about this, but this reminded me. HASC is closing their school program the end of June.
Which program?
The HASC program,
Oh, HASC. I will plead the fifth.
it was Hebrew Academy for Special Children.
Yeah, it was announced as of Friday. It was announced. Nothing to do with. It is partial of the budget. I will say it's partial of the budget, but because of the coronavirus, it's really hurting them very much too. So it's
it's hurting budget-wise because of
that's one of them. Yeah.
the lack of enrollment, the extra cost of expenses. We're all struggling.
All of the HASC schools, the preschools, the school age?
I believe so, yes.
Where are the, I mean,
Carrie, to answer that question, I'll have to get back to you. I can't discuss that much because we're still waiting for that answer from OPWDD and other things because we're only hearing the early intervention, but you might be right. Let's not.
Okay.
I know.
I want to double check. I want to double check before I hear anything else.
Yeah, because the districts are already looking for placement for their preschool students.
Okay. But before everyone leaves, please everyone, before you on the screen computers, please go to your chat areas because this will help you too. We also have something everyone's forgetting. On your chatting, there's a 3-dotted line on like, it says everyone or whatever, but it says 3-dotted line, it says more. Click on that and you'll see the first thing, save the chat. Once you do that, and when you end your meeting today, you will get all your announcements from other people or other people, your announcements. Like example, you got Carrie's announcement, you got Nicole Lopez's announcement, you got Jessica's Williams' son, you got Dolores's, you got mine. What if mine's there? But either way, that will help you out. And this also works with Zoom and Ring Central. So as everyone's putting in chat, and I'm saying everyone's saying thank you to me, you're welcome. Since anyone does not have any other additional announcements or questions, I'd like to thank everyone, and I hope to see you guys all tomorrow, 10:30. I will turn on at 10 a.m. and hope to see everyone tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone. But Teresa, anything else?
Thank you.
Because I hear your phone going.
No, just everyone stay well.
Yes.
And be safe and get your vaccination.
Thank you, everyone.
And see you next month. Thank you.